Welcome to SHROOMBLITERATION. So this is a very simple concept. You just obliterate the enemy deck, you get rid of all of the cards, and then you randomly plant shrooms on the small amount of cards, leading to instant death. And today's the day I finally complete my region road. I've almost beat the game. As you can see, I'm just 25 XP away from Noxus, and I got 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. I'm about to win. I'm about to beat Legends of Runeterra. Anyway, in this first game, I was up against the Thralls player, you can read it. Sorry, the H just confuses me. I don't know if it's silent or if it's loud or if it's just an H. Anyway, the game started off pretty well. They didn't play a Thrall round one, which is good for us. And then I'm playing Salter because when he summons a Husk, when that Husk dies, that actually contributes to Maokai's level up. And just tossing cards in Shadow Isles is actually not that good because there aren't that many toss cards. And even so, the toss cards just aren't the greatest. When my opponent drops her turn 3 Lysandra, I don't really care. I don't try to fight back or do anything because I can't do anything. I just play my Chump Wump and play my own game because if I give Chump Wump regen, then it can trade well later. Unfortunately, it doesn't trade well into Thralls, but there's not much that does. Besides, we got Vengeance for that. Now my opponent made the extremely questionable play of entombing my Chump Wump. Now, there could be a logical result to this, but I don't see one, and I didn't see one at the time, that's why I emoted. Unlike in Deep, Maokai is actually really important because every round you need to toss 2, you need to get that sapling up because you just don't have other cards that toss. My Chump Wump's back, and he brought even more shrooms with him, and a sapling. So, you may be wondering, Gray, how are you going to survive all of these Thralls? Well, the answer is simple. The ultimate anti-Thrall deck, Piltover and Zon. And yes, the sapling is important. It lowers their morale. So, Talia isn't very scary because we have this special card called Vengeance, where it just kills anything. If you're looking to kill something in a game all about killing things, then this is a go-to card. Oh, I forgot that card was in the game again. I hate that card so much. The first Thrall is woke. So since my Maokai isn't leveled yet, by playing this Dreadbloom Wanderer, it itself tosses 3. Then Maokai tosses another 2. Then when the sapling dies, that counts to another point in Maokai's level up, and then I end up getting 6 progress towards the level up. And I can use it as a blocker for the Thrall, which also counts as another point towards Maokai's level up. This is just genius. So I do get a little scared when I see him play the Dracula Inquisitor, or Draklorn. Where did I get Dracula from? So for a weaker Teemo player, this level up from Lysandra may just be game ending. They may surrender or they just can't keep up because the shrooms do 1 less damage to the Nexus. And when it's spread out over a lot of cards, that 1 less damage for every shroom activation is not very great, so they just die. Luckily, I'm one of the best Teemo players out there, and I just hit Deep. So you know what that means? It means my Sea Scarab gets +3/+3 in stats, and that's actually it. This may seem like a very poorly thought out attack, where I just attack with my weaklings and then I lose 4 health on a unit. But, you're talking to one of the best Teemo players NA. I know what I'm doing. I'm actually progressing Maokai's level up. Just hit him with a Spiderling for a little bit of healing, and boom! And so, the combo begins. Thanks to that questionable Entomb earlier, I actually have 8 Mushroom Clouds to play. 8 times 5 is 40, so that's an average of 10 puff caps per card, because there's 4 cards. When they activate that other Thrall, I completely forgot about it, and that's kind of scary, but I do have a pretty healthy backline. There's also a sapling that spawns, and a Spiderling, and I do get a minion. Those are all 1 health units, not gonna help. But there is a slight chance that he draws 18 shrooms. Nope, he drew half of that. See, that math was pretty quick. Okay, in my defense, 4 times 10 isn't on the multi- Yes, it is. What? Okay, focus on commentary. There... Okay, I'm focused. There is only 3 There's 3 Thralls. Each of them are trying to slam my face into the Nexus, but he doesn't account for the ragtag team of Chump Wumps and dead trees I have to protect me. You think a Fury of the North is gonna do it? Huh? Oh, that's a lot. Chump Wumps, assemble! Ooh, looks like someone skipped their math lessons to see what was lethal. And it wasn't me, it was the Thralls player, whose name I cannot pronounce, who I can pronounce, I'm just not willing to. After I played my Maokai, he played the Kindly Tavern Keep, which is kind of cheating, I won't lie. What, get an extra 3 health for your Nexus? That's a lot, especially in the world of Teemo players. I can tell, my opponent was quivering quite a lot right now, not me. I was completely solidly fine in my ability to draw 31 puff caps in 3 cards. In fact, I only needed 13. Imagine my dismay when I was 3 puff caps off from pulling off this wicked combo. My Nexus was now at 2 health. But Teemo, oh, my main, my one and only, the only champion I've ever played in League of Legends. He pulled through and got a Nexus strike in. That puts the opponent's Shroom levels at 42 puff caps on the top 2 cards of their deck, which isn't great odds for them. In fact, since I'm such a great mathematician, I will calculate the odds of them surviving. Oh, it's 0, cause they lost. They lost. In this next one, my opponent dare played the Child. Now, unfortunately, this is a negative mana trade, but I don't really care. Thump. That's a Raven Bloom at number 2. And look at my hand. This is not desirable. Thump. That is a lot of landmarks for a Bilgewater Noxus deck. Oh wait, I just realized I didn't even plant a single shroom this game, so next. I did win that last one, by the way. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. Because I got Teemo and Maokai in the starting hand, I'm pretty sure I just won, straight off from round 1. Yep, that is how my combo decks go. You either win round 1, or you lose. That's what I imagine draining sounds like. Ah, my Teemo. Well, it's not like he was important anyway, until after the deck is obliterated. And anyway, I countered his Mystic Shock perfectly by having another Teemo in hand. Also, nice landmark you got there. It's very interesting. It'd be a shame if someone were to, destroy it. Imagine having fun in this game. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. No matter. I went deep, so then my 1 Sea Scarab gets an extra +3/+3 in stats. You can see how I masterfully baited out the Scrying Sands here. He's trying to prevent a Nexus strike from Teemo to avoid planting shrooms, but little did he know, I don't actually care because Maokai hasn't leveled yet. And then I was like, what was that? It turns out he actually got Flame Chompers from the University of Piltover, and he got a free 2 mana card. This game is just rigged against me. Also, I drew another Teemo, but... So, the problem here is he actually drew Jinx. Now, normally this wouldn't be a problem, but Maokai hasn't leveled yet. After I saw the Jinx, the goal suddenly became kill my units so that Maokai can level. Now, level 2 Jinx does have this neat effect that says round start draw 1. This is perfect for when they have 4 cards in their deck, and each of them has like 4 shrooms on it. But then, he started the big brain plays and started gunning for my Maokai. I was very scared at the time because I thought Maokai was gonna die. I mean, who knows? He still might. Oh yeah, he does. Blech. But I didn't let that get me down because I knew that on my top deck was a Maokai. And sure enough, there was a Maokai. Now, inadvertently, he actually contributed to the leveling of Maokai because he killed Maokai, which actually leveled the other Maokai. You get it. So I just sacked my entire board, including Teemo, because, well, I have another one in hand. May as well, right? So then, I had Maokai do what Maokai does best. Obliterate the enemy deck, leaving 4 non-champion cards in there. This guy, he hates champions. I have no cards in hand. I can't even toss. All of my cards are champion cards. Luckily, before that, I had dropped 15 shrooms on the top 3 cards of the deck, leaving them with a mellow 18 cards, and when they have the Jinx leveled up, the draw 1 effect on round start, this was pretty much an easy win for me. I had no doubts, even after Teemo died, which I'll let you watch again. Even though he drew 5 shrooms on the first card, I like to think it was the level Jinx that ended up killing him. I'm gonna take credit for inventing the Mono Targon Zoe Asol deck, which, yeah. That was all me. This card is not the greatest, unless you get something like Tough. Then it's pretty amazing. So at this point, I just knew that Zoe was gonna level. Doesn't matter what I do. But a 3/3 with Tough, that's pretty strong. And then, my opponent invoked and found the Slippery Noodle. Or at least I think that's what she calls it. Anyway, no more noodle. Anyway, I make the huge brain play and see that I have the Fearsome Husk. So I have Teemo absolutely decimate this Husk. This completely poor, helpless soul. Teemo just kills him to take its keywords and stats. And the fact that his Zoe can't block the Teemo for the 1 damage, that actually is going to come into play later. Remember that 1 damage that Teemo did right here. Just remember. Also, I drew a Maokai last round, so when he played the Mountain Scry here, I got kind of scared because I know Zoe's definitely going to level up sometime soon. So I decided to, try to bait her a little and drop the Spiderling on the Zoe to get rid of the spell shield, and maybe she does something weird. Maybe I can use my Aftershock, my Vengeance, both of which I have in hand. But no, she just casually invokes and gets another Moonglow. Now that Zoe's guaranteed to level, my game plan just becomes try to level up Maokai as fast as possible, try to get my own champion leveled before he gets his Aurelion Soul on the table, which, once he does, we lose. The fact that he plays Written in the Stars here means he could have Asol on round 9, which means we're in trouble. We gotta make a play now, and that play is Chump Wump. Also, can you imagine my surprise when I drew this card? And now his Aurelion Soul cost 7. So when he attacked, I was so overjoyed because each of these deaths, they would count towards 3 for Maokai's progress because the 2 Sea Scarabs and the death itself will go to Maokai. And then I did what any sensible player would do. I do love me some progress. So then it came my turn, so I used the tree that I got from Progress Day, which, if you think about it, Progress Day actually got me this Maokai level up. It was Piltover Tellstones, which need a nerf as Hextech Transmogulator is too strong. Now that there are 4 cards in the deck, I go straight for the Shroomage. First, I plant the Shrooms. Then, I level up Teemo. Then, I Nexus Strike and double the Shrooms in the deck, which, the deck, is only 4 cards, leaving 22 puff caps in a total of 4 cards. The best part about this, Teemo is fearsome, and therefore their Lifesteal Zoe cannot actually block the Teemo. Vora really pulled through for us there. Woogie. Pow. That leaves us with 4 cards and 22 Shrooms. Unfortunately, however, he obliterates my Teemo, but that's no big deal. He's already done wonders. And then I just play a couple Camovorn Soldiers so that I have blockers for next turn. The problem is their entire board has lifesteal, so any open attack, this could be very dangerous because they'll just heal back to full. Unless, of course, they draw 7 Shrooms on the top card. Remember that 1 damage that Teemo did earlier? And the fact that his Zoe can't block the Teemo for the 1 damage, that actually is going to come into play later. Remember that 1 damage that Teemo did right here. Yeah, it mattered.